Comerica Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This taken in at the goal line.
Here we go. 38.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Taylor. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A third down gain of 19. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. In motion, Hill. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Carolina.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pitch it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string. Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Panthers had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins. But still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown! Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. He'll get this up to about the 44. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 79 yards on the ground for Hubbard as that last run a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. That caught by Trimble. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Falcons force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Julian Love picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is a
touchdown, Falcons. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They're going to look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come 19, come 19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
There's Tremble, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 57 yards. And the Panthers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's got some space here.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's brought down.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll look to throw here.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts there to make the grab. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, is actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Taylor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and 1. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
In motion, Hill. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. No, no. Mustang 19.
Singletary again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
70,
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll drop to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete here.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until he's...
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they will take a knee here. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lift. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you